in your head, in your head. Zombie, 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 hey, hey. Have you ever had a song stuck in your head and it just won't go away? And that's not even the topic of today's vlog. I just wanted to share with you that Zombie is stuck in my head, has been all day long so far today. I have tried listening to other music, and for some reason, it just keeps popping back in. Oh, right, enough about that. Let's get on with the vlog for today, which is, have you seen the viral trend that's been going around creating action figures with AI? Yeah, this was me actually. Here's a closer up look of that. A closer up look of that. Is that English? A closer up look of that. Oh my God. This vlog is going to be all over the place. If you haven't noticed, there's a trend right now going on in image generation AI tools, and that is to create an action figure of either yourself or somebody that you know. And I thought I'd have some fun with it today and create one of myself. And after a conversation with ChatGPT on what character should I make, and I was kind of leaning towards like a pole dancer, but ChatGPT steered me back towards maybe something that might fit me better, like a photographer. So we created a photographer. Lucky you. Now, it took me a few different attempts at this, different adjusting the prompt, adjusting the image to get one that I thought looked halfway decent or did have some kind of visual air in it. Here's one where it looked okay. It didn't quite look like my face, and I wanted it to be a little bit closer resemblance to me. But if you also look at it closely, you'll see that one of the arms appears to be like in the seam where the seam connects to the plastic covering in the packaging. Here's another one where the legs look like they went through the bottom of the packaging. Here's another one where I don't have complete legs. And so it took me a few iterations of this, and actually I used two different tools. So I used ChatGPT 4.0, which behind the scenes, when it's doing its image generation, it's using DALL-E 3. So that's where it's getting its image generation from. But I also went out to Sora, which is another OpenAI tool. And Sora, you can either do video or you can do still images. For Sora, I used a still image generation and created 3 different iterations of the image itself. And of those 3, I think one of them was okay. Now, with the exception of the very first one, where the arm is kind of stuck in the seam of the packaging, for some reason the other ones they made me short. I, I look really really short, and I'm not. I'm not like 7 feet tall, but I am 6 foot or 5'11" and a half, something like that. Is when I stand up straight. So I'm not like a short guy, but I'm not a huge giantly tall guy either. But all these action figures made me look short. Now, one of the things I wanted to do here today was to share the prompt that I used for creating this image, and I'll put my entire prompt down below in the description. However, I'm also going to put one line of that. I'm going to cut one line out, which I think is the most important, because when I asked ChatGPT to generate like a generic type prompt for this, I ended up getting some different results for it, but I think this one line is really the key to getting the action figure that you are looking for. So around this line, you want to have as much of description as you can. Like for me, it was a lot of descriptive words about being a photographer and what I was wearing and what I wanted for accessories in the package. But the key sentence, I believe, to get this was, create an action figure in its original vintage style packaging featuring a clear blister pack. And that blister pack is the packaging that you see that's, kind of that bubble packaging that you see the action figure is in. All right, and there you have it. Not a very long vlog today, just something short and fun, something that you can try yourself. So give it a try, see what kind of results you get by making yourself, or maybe a loved one. Maybe you want to surprise somebody, create an action figure of them and then send it to them as just have some fun with it. Oh, and have it like printed out or something and bring it with me when I go pick him up from school today. It'd be kind of fun, a little surprise for him on the ride home. Hey, this is Dave of the future, and I'm going to jump into my edit here. I'm just editing this together and trying to get it out there so I can schedule it for the morning to be released just before I go to bed here. But I realized that I didn't kind of follow up. I left that hanging about if I did the idea for my son to print out action figure for him and bring it to school. I want him not being able to do it. And I think the reason is that the pictures of him that I was trying to generate the superhero or the action figure from, it was obvious that he's a kid. And I think that ChatGPT, OpenAI, neither with version 4.0 or with Sora would let me upload and use a picture of a child to generate this image. It didn't have an issue with me, but every time I tried it with different pictures of him, it gave me a policy violation. And so that's what I would guess. I didn't go read through all of their policies to find out what I could be doing wrong, but it was the same exact prompt, or very similar to me, just with trying to make him into an action figure rather than me. And the only real difference, significant difference, was which picture I was using. Was it him or was it me? And so when it's me, it worked. When it was him, it didn't work. So there you have it. I wasn't able to do it, and I thought it would be fun, but I guess that one's going to have to wait until he's a little bit older, and ChatGPT doesn't see him as a child, so it will let me create an action figure out of him as well. All right, back to the actual video now. Give it a try, see what kind of results you get, have some fun today, be whatever action figure or superhero that you want to be. And that's where we're going to end it for today. This is vlog 121. This is May 1st, 2025. I'm Dave. This is Old Dad Studio. And hey, we will see you tomorrow.